Hi, my name is Licia. I am the Saturday person and I'm 17. My birthday is in October. Looking forward to that. Finally 18. I'm originally from South Africa, but I now live in Germany. So it's a bit of a big difference, I think, from like warm South Africa to cold Europe. But hey, that's how it's gonna be. I found out about IGGPPC, International Geek Girl Pen Pal Club, that was right, through StumbleUpon, which is the web add-on, I think you should know at least, which you can like stumble through websites. And I was bored one day and tried it and I was like, oh, I like this website. So now I'm signed up for round 3 of the Pen Pals, and I'm looking forward to meeting somebody that has the same amount of enthusiasm that I have for certain topics. My top geek loves would have to actually include like a lot of different things. First one would have to be books. I adore reading, and most people that I know tell me like, no, Licia, you read too fast and you should read slower, like enjoy the book. But I think since have been reading for like really long, I tend to read really fast. So it's pretty much a bother because nobody wants to buy me books anymore, so I have to buy them myself. And I do work, by the way, which is good. I don't get any pocket money anymore. I work at a museum, which is interesting. And well, my favorite books would have to be, first of all, Harry Potter, because you know, Remus, Sirius, Prongs, all those people are like super awesome and you can like relate to pretty much all of the characters. And I think I could rant on further, but I won't, since it won't interest you at the moment. And the second favorite book trilogy would have to be the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. I have no idea if you've heard of it. If you haven't, then shame on you. It is super awesome and you should try it out. And I even have my props here. This is what it looks like. And it's pretty awesome because it has like assassins going on and a splash of magic and prophecy and all those cool things. If you like fantasy, I adore this book. And it's all 3 books. They're all this thick. Then I also like the Aragon Inheritance Cycle. I think it was supposed to be a trilogy and then it turned out not to be one, but I have no problem with that. I would show you it since I have like the really thick Brizinger copy, which I love because it has like gold and black and has a gold dragon on it. And at that point I would like to say I adore pretty much every book that has dragons in it, especially if they're like good dragons and like dragon riders and magic and swords and that kind of thing. And then something just fell off. And then my next love would have to be who says that? My next top love for geeky things would have to be video games, which I love, but I've only recently started really getting into it. So my first thing that I had going on was a Nintendo DS. I don't know why my parents never bothered to like buy me a Game Boy or something. Maybe South Africa just didn't have it that time. But I had the Nintendo DS, which I accidentally drowned. Like, it was a few years ago. I was still young. And then I got a Nintendo DS Lite, black one, for my birthday. And that one, I used it so much, the buttons were getting like really slow and not working well. And then I got a new one, which is Legend of Zelda themed, and I adore it because I love Legend of Zelda. We'll tell you about that in a moment. And Legend of Zelda is one of like the main series of games that I really love. Since I do have a Wii and I have Twilight Princess. We don't have Skyward Sword at the moment because I don't know, we never actually bought the new controllers. We have to need that beforehand, but I plan on getting it. Then I also have different DS games that I would like to show you. Since my other thing that I really like would have to be Pokemon. And look at this. I have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Love it. Then I have Pokemon White too. It's all in German, by the way, so if you can't read that, it says Weiß. And then I have Pokemon Black, Schwarz. And this is the next one in my series of props. Ocarina of Time, which is really cool. I adore the person who ever decided to remake it for DS and not just like the old one. I think that person should do like every single game, just again, for like, I don't know, Wii would be cool. Then I have another, this is Platinum. I do have Diamond somewhere, just have no idea where it is. And I'm actually ashamed to say that I have never finished some of my Pokemon games, so get distracted before that. And the last two ones are both Zelda games. I think these are like the only ones that you can get, which is Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, which I have both finished, which is good. Then I got a PlayStation 3 for my birthday, for my 17th birthday last year. And I have a bunch of games that I've never actually played. I know, it's bad. But one of our acquaintances had a PlayStation and his broke. And he was like, oh no, I'm not going to buy a new one. Here, you can have them. So, which is good. And there's a lot of like creepy-ish games, which I kind of like. But also like Call of Duty and stuff like that. I'm not really good at that because I kind of panic and just shoot everywhere. But maybe that comes with time. The 4 games that I'd like to show you now, which are like my favorite ones, would be Bioshock. I have Bioshock 1, as you can see, and 2. And I'm sad to say that I haven't finished either. Since, just to let you know, I'm one of those people that gets freaked out really easily. And it takes me like a while to get down from it, so I just stay away from the game like weeks. And I usually play them, even if I play them with somebody's at home. Otherwise, I'd be like jumping at invisible noises and being really freaked out. So as I said, Bioshock. Then, of course, Skyrim, which I got as a present as well. I have spent way too much time on this. Way too much. Then my other series that I don't know, it's like the second or third thing after Pokemon and Zelda that I freaked out a lot and pretty much just loved it. I have it from DS as well. It has to be Assassin's Creed. I have the first Assassin's Creed for my computer. Then I have the second, Brotherhood, and Revelations for PlayStation. I'm very proud of it. Got this for my birthday from my friends. Very awesome friends. And then the last one that I only have recently really started playing would have to be LA Noire. And when I say recently, I mean like the last 4 days. Sad. Then, I would like to introduce you to my love of anime and manga. My first manga that I ever had was, just wait for it, Dream Saga. I don't know if it's actually called that in English because this is in German, but my sister bought this for me like every month it came out, so to say. My sister would go to the comic shop that we have here around the corner and she'd buy it for me. And I used to be like, oh yes, I can't wait. When is it coming? Oh my word, yay! And but I wouldn't read it again because it's like for young kids, like 12 years old or something, which I got at 12 or 11. Then the first manga that I bought for myself, really, with my own, well, my parents' money, pocket money in that case, would have to be Tokyo Mew Mew. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, this is just about transforming girls, like those magical thingies that you always see that it's kind of cliche, but it's cute. And as you can see, there's like pink and strawberries, which is adorable. And it's good for like 13, 14-year-old girls. And it's a good introduction. I would read it again. Maybe you would as well. But 14 and 17 is 3 years. It's a difference, still. And the second last thing that I would like to like say something about would have to be TV shows. Like there's 2 TV shows that I think everyone kind of watches, which is first of all Sherlock. I adore Sherlock and Watson, just as characters too. And the actors, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I love Martin Freeman. Both of them do an excellent job. My favorite episode would have to be Hounds of Baskerville. If you've watched it, you're awesome. If you haven't, you should. And once again, it really freaked me out, but it was cool. And my whole family watched it together, so it was good. Then the second thing would have to be Game of Thrones. I am actually kind of ashamed to say that I never read the book series. I got my introduction while watching Game of Thrones in that case, and that pretty much got me hooked. I know we have the book somewhere, I just don't know where, but if I ever get to reading it, I probably will be really impressed. I actually do want to read it, because I can't wait forever for the new series and everything. So, and by the way, I totally fangirl over Jorah. I don't know why, I just do. Okay. And the last thing that I would like to say something about, I'm talking way too long, I know, would have to be food and travel. There's like two things that I would love to do for a living. I mean, cooking, not just eating food. There you go. I adore baking and cooking, and if you'd like to know something more about what I do, I'm not very good at it in any case, I think, but I will post my Twitter down here somewhere, and if you want, you can just follow me, and maybe you can see like these cupcakes that I make. I don't know. I'm doing shameless advertising. I should be ashamed, I know. And travel. I think that comes from being like coming from Africa, Germany. I think it was just like my family that pushed it onto me. But other than that, I'm happy to say that I am in my final processes of graduating from high school. I do think I'm the youngest one from my group. And I have my one last exam, which is on Friday, which is an oral exam in German. So I hope you wish me luck, and I will keep you updated for on Saturday on how it went, if that interests anybody in any case. So, I actually have no idea how to say goodbye, so I will just do this really cool pose and say goodbye.